Today I'm bringing you guys 5 of my favorite things about Diablo Immortal and things that I really prefer in Diablo Immortal than any other Diablo game. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and let me be honest with you right up front. There are more than 5 on today's list. Maybe under 10, but more than 5 for sure. And we're starting out with graphics. Mobile game, check. On devices like a phone or a tablet, check. On PC, no. Yet the graphics of Diablo Immortal are currently better looking, in my opinion, than the graphics of Diablo 2 Resurrected, which is also a great game. Yes, it's a 20-year-old game that has been refreshed. It's awesome, but it's not Diablo Immortal. Let's compare it to Diablo 3. In my opinion, Diablo Immortal looks better than Diablo 3 now, especially in this genre, especially with action RPGs. Graphics aren't everything. It's more about the gameplay experience. So lucky for you guys, a bunch of those are on my list as well. Number 2 on the list is controls. Yeah, I'd rather not play with a mouse and keyboard. I'd rather not play with a controller. I love the mobile controls of Diablo Immortal. I think it feels natural. It feels good. It just fits your hand. It's not overwhelming. It's not over encumbering. It fits perfectly, and I don't want to say it's a minimalist approach to controls, but it's definitely not overly heavy. You don't have to click a button to switch to new skills. They're all right there in front of you, large enough but not too large to take up the screen. Really, it's done perfectly. And the controls are something that have not been changed much since the game was announced 2 years ago. So they must have figured it out, made it right, and they are very responsive. Gotta love these mobile controls. The availability of action inside of the game. Inside of Diablo Immortal, I feel like once you pull up to the shores, you have action right away. You can jump into anything that you want to. Once you get to Westmarch, which is about 2 hours into the game, first of all, there's action and bosses all along that path. All along that way, there is action. But once you get there, then you have rifts, you have shadows, you have immortals, you could raid the vault as you're seeing Nemo and I do right now. So many different ways to battle inside of Diablo Immortal. And it's not like you have to sit around and wait forever for things to happen or go grind and grind so you can have this happen. It's at your fingertips. If you want to just go in there and crack some skulls, you can go ahead and do that. You don't have to wait, because there's always action in Diablo Immortal. Number 4 on the list is the bounty board. Every single day you can do 4 bounty board quests. This is not including shadow or immortal quests, but these quests are probably the best way for you to gain XP and rewards inside of Diablo Immortal. 12 of these bounty boards, which remember you could do 4 at a time, and each one will take you to a separate zone, so it's not a waste of your time. It's actually the most efficient use of your time instead of the game. You are able to gain rewards in 4 different sets of 3. So if that doesn't make sense to you, you go to the bounty board 3 times, you collect 4 quests each time, you claim the rewards after you complete them, and it's done. You slayed demons, you got rewards, you can go to sleep at night and say, I did my work in Diablo Immortal. I did the minimum, but I got the most out of it. Number 5, which according to the title of this video should be the last one, but it isn't, is the Helix Bosses. Every single month inside of Diablo Immortal, a new Helix boss will be available for you to attack and destroy with teammates. Very, 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 very difficult to do this on your own. Not impossible, but very difficult. And you get rewards. Rewards that you can then use to forever have buffs to your character. This, as you can see from the deaths right here, is not easy to do on your own, and every month there will be a new Helix boss, and to my understanding, you will be able to still go back and battle the older Helix bosses, so they're not gone forever. There's just going to then be a queue of different ones that you can attack. Great PvE action here. Player versus environment, where you team up together with your friends, you get to go beat down a massive boss. It's just another way to get in on the action, to jump into the fun, the brutality of Diablo Immortal with a massive reward at the end. Next on today's list is that true Diablo experience. When you play Diablo Immortal, you're not playing a remade game just made for mobile. But you're not playing a brand new game either. You are playing a game in the timeline of everything that we know Diablo. In between the story of Diablo 2 and the story of Diablo 3 lies the story of Diablo Immortal, where we are going to experience. We're experiencing that together inside of this game. So I really love that when you play this, you know it's a Diablo game. You don't feel like you're playing an action RPG on mobile that's not Diablo focused. You know, you feel it right from the start that you are in the world of Diablo. You meet up with Deckard Cain, continuing the stories that you know and love from years past, and you're here battling the same demons with similar sound effects, same bosses that you've seen before, but with twists. Again, it's not a reskin, it's not a remake of something from old. It's creating something new in the timeline, utilizing some assets so that you know that you're playing a Diablo game. It's done perfectly. And lastly on today's list is PvP. Yes, PvP is something that has not been done well and is not available in other Diablo games right now. It's a struggle because inside of Diablo Immortal or any other Diablo game, your goal in the game is to grind and get gear and become one of the strongest people inside the game. That's what you want to do. When you take grind and mix that with PvP, it causes major misbalances. Things don't work out very well, and it's a problem. Blizzard has put into place Battlegrounds, which is the format where you can begin doing some of these PvP battles. It is not yet worked out to my liking. I don't yet feel that PvP is where it needs to be. I think we need to have a PvP system that is gearless. In other words, you come in and all of the grind that you've done, that's cool. That could be used in maybe a different PvP mode or a PvE mode, sure. But in these PvP modes, I think that there needs to be, and this could easily be done, a way to drop into a world with no gear where you farm the gear from demons, or where you do a deathmatch style battle, just like in games such as Call of Duty, where you would select the loadout beforehand. These loadouts will be universal across all players so that everyone is on the same battlefield, and it really all has to do with player skill rather than being how much grind and how strong the gear is from the players, because then you can get people that spend a lot of money to get a little bit more strength, or people that just grind for 10, 12, 15 hours a day and are stronger than someone like me who plays for 1 or 2 hours a day. For PvP, there needs to be a balanced option. It doesn't need to be the only way to go, but a balanced option is key to PvP. It is literally simple. I'm not sure if they're gonna do it though. There is PvP, Shadows versus Immortals. We know that dynamic, and if you don't, I have videos that discuss it, but I want one that is just all about equality for all. May the stronger, better player win. So that's actually more like my top 7 or 8 things that I love in Diablo Immortal, and the reasons why I love Diablo Immortal more than other previous Diablo games. Because of those reasons. Also, playability. Being able to have it as a mobile game on my tablet, on my phone, for me makes it more accessible. So accessibility is number 1 for me as a gamer that has an extremely insanely busy lifestyle. I like to be able to play games on something that's in my pocket. And yeah, you could do it in the Switch too. It's just not the same. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sound off down below with whether you think I'm crazy or if you think I have some good points, maybe some reasons why you think you would like Diablo Immortal more, or what you're looking forward to most in Diablo Immortal, besides it actually releasing. Because that's gonna happen someday. I'm being told. I do believe it though. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to sub and ring the bell for regular Diablo Immortal and other action RPG videos, and be good.